So just to like explain the power of these 0 day options, if you watch any of my YouTubes, you know that I've been obsessed with this for like over a year now. One of the things that I discovered in the course of my like trading and investing career is that of all of the trades that are happening every day, they're not happening in the stock market, they're happening in the options market. And of all of those trades that are happening every day, they're not happening in like safe options. They're basically taking place in the riskiest contracts imaginable. They're contracts that expire the same day that they're purchased. They're called 0 day options. And so what that creates is this unbelievable opportunity where you can experience years of price change in just minutes. So, just for example, I have these numbers on my screen so I can just see it. If you look at the bottom of these wicks on QQQ and SPY, I was selling credit spreads for about $3 at the bottom, which are now trading for about $1. I got out of them, a little above. I mean, I didn't lose anything, but I got out of them as quick as I could for a little profit, because I just know how risky this stuff is. But that's basically a 300% return in this live stream. Like, it's crazy. And you could just scalp and take money out of these things if you know what you're doing and you have a system, you have a way to manage your risk. And, I do that mostly by sizing. I just take very small positions and then I average down or average up depending on the direction. But I also have stop losses and different tools. One of my problems with stop losses is once you put that order in the book, you can get stop hunted on SPY and QQQ, where basically if you see these big wicks, let's see, like this big wick here, what that's doing is it's stopping out all of these traders who were like, okay, maybe I'll buy a call at like, what's that price? Like 568. Maybe I'll buy a call and I'll put my stop at 567.75 or whatever. Once that order hits the books, all the algorithms can see it. And so they just like stop that out and then go up. So you can be right about the price, lose money because you got stopped out. And then it's like really frustrating when that happens. So what I've done is I've added these alerts in TradingView that hook into a ngrok server, basically a local trading platform that I built by hand. It's all proprietary. It's all mine. And that makes it so that I can execute stop losses without actually having the order in the books. So they can't see, in theory, where my stop loss is. I like that a lot. Problem is, there's about a 500 millisecond delay between the alert getting fired and the trade executing, all on TradingView's side. My latency is like 10 milliseconds or whatever. And if you know anything about 0 day options, you know that 500 milliseconds is an eternity. Might as well be 5 minutes. Like the price change in 500 milliseconds, it can fall in half or it can double. So it's not super useful yet in 0 days, but it is pretty useful in like weeklies or longer term contracts that move a lot slower. Just the main idea is I don't want to put my orders on the books because then they can see it and just stop me out. And so that's kind of how I do it. But yeah, like I was saying, like one of the big evolutions that happened in the markets only a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, 2022, was that the major indexes, SPY and QQQ, started adding daily expiry periods for their option chains. And so if you wanted to trade options on these indexes, you used to have one shot a month. Then you used to have one shot a week. Now you have a shot every single day that the market is open and trades. It's madness. It's madness. And like I said before, the price changes that you can experience here are unbelievable. It's years of price change, years. And so in just this example, while we've been talking, we can see that the price of these puts, what are they at? They're at $1.04, and they were at like, I think my best sell was like 278 or whatever. And so that's almost a triple. They're at 99 cents now. Um, and where can you get that level of volatility? I don't know anywhere. I mean, crypto and leverage and 0 day options. And so, yeah, that's anyway. I'm pretty excited about that because I think it creates this new opportunity in markets that has yet to be exploited because it's brand new. It's only 2 years old. So people haven't quite figured out how to use these 0 days. But I have a strong sense that trading them is the right approach if you can figure out how to manage the risk. Because, like I said, of all of the trading activity that's happening in the markets, it's not happening in the stock market, it's happening in the options market. But of all of that activity, it's happening on options that expire on the same exact day. I mean, look at this. This contract is selling for 90 cents. It was at $3 just like a minute ago. This V, you could have made an unbelievable amount of money if you were set up to be able to deploy the risk. I mean, if I just held this, my portfolio would probably be in the green for the day if I had like perfectly held or whatever, but I'm still testing my systems. And so that's what I'm pretty excited about trading wise. I haven't talked about it much because it's not like I've mastered it. I'm still very much a learner. And so I don't want to add noise to the system. But I do think that people should be aware that there is this new opportunity for income generation that just did not exist years ago. And so I'm going to keep exploring this, and as I, make any discoveries, I'll be happy to share those with you guys. Mostly I've just been liquidated, but I feel like I've been liquidated enough times that I never owe taxes again. And very serious about that. And that I'm starting to get a feel for how these things really work. Like nothing in markets is predictable. And if you don't have a system, if you don't have an edge, you really are just gambling. If you do have an edge, then you can reliably make a profit. You can become a consistently profitable trader, which is kind of like become an area of my interest in the last couple of years, as I've just been, realizing these different opportunities. So yeah, I'll keep exploring all that and update you guys. Happy Fed speech. We're happy to spend some time with Mr. Powell. And look, we're back to where we started on the portfolio. We're at down 2%. So that's good news.